Normally this thing will like light up to go. There we go. Okay, now we're gonna go.
Is it working?
Yeah.
Oh.
I wasn't ready this time.
The flops are flying.
We were like trying to figure out the Facebook Live thing, and
the shoes are flying.
I know.
There you go. Yeah, you're on.
Oh, that's so funny. So basically, it was a little bit rough getting started because for some reason the button wasn't there, wasn't working, and then
Facebook again biting us.
again, Facebook Live. Come on, guys.
YouTube is fine. So hard to go live on Facebook.
Wow, that was crazy.
But we're here now.
We're here now, and what sucks is that Ava had this little cute little intro that she did, and now she's gone, of course. But she had this little cute little intro that she had done, and now you guys are not gonna go to see it.
Next time, we'll save it for next time.
So I would maybe still do the 5 minutes, but
I am.
Oh man.
Man, it was tough getting on there.
I know.
I thought we were gonna have to reschedule, and I was like, "Oh, Emily, you rushed over here for nothing."
No, that's okay. It's all fresh in my mind right now, and the feelings are all,
So today we're gonna
there.
We're gonna talk about the work-life balance, being a mom, choosing to be like a stay-at-home mom or work-at-home mom, or working outside of the house, and all of those different choices that us moms have to make. And so my special guest is my sister, Emily, and we've lived through it all variations of those.
A little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything. So I thought she would be perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead and set our timer for 5 minutes and let people join. Yay, it's working. Everything is working again. Yay!
Okay, so a few people have joined since you're gonna set the timer.
Hi guys.
Hi guys. Oh, I see it now.
Yesenia, Christina, my mom.
Oh, let me turn my
Hi,
volume
Shane's
up.
mom.
Hi, Yesenia. What's up, girl?
Yesenia, that used to work
Yes.
Hi, Yesenia. I remember you.
I know.
Okay.
She came in this past weekend, and
Really?
she was here, except for I was gone.
Oh.
So this past weekend, we were in Vegas, and we didn't get to see you.
Where does she live now?
LA.
Oh.
LA, and then.
Saludos to LA.
Okay, so a few more. Aaron has joined, Maggie,
Hey guys.
and Miguel.
Hi, hey Maggie. Miguel, what's up? Miguel,
that does your hair.
Miguel,
Right?
who does my hair.
Okay.
I hope you guys like the hair.
It's
because
pretty.
It's blonde and new, and I love it. It's getting.
I like it.
It takes some getting used to. Like the first day, I was kind of freaking out about it, and then it took like a whole day and a half to.
It suits her. I like it. It looks
Emily
good.
said it matches your eyes.
It does. It's the same color as their eyes, huh? Shane will
Yeah.
tell you. Shane looks at his eyes all the time.
I like it.
Do
It's
you
good.
really?
Yeah.
Aw.
I'm used to it now.
Yeah.
Well, if Shane likes it, that's all that matters, right?
Yeah.
But it does. It's different, and even in pictures, I'm like, oh my gosh.
No, it looks good.
I have to show you a picture.
It's not shocking. I think it looks good.
So we were in Vegas at the Mirage, and you know how they have like the fountains and like the waterfall thingies, and then there's like that huge light dome. And so we took a picture under there, and my hair looks like platinum blonde under those lights. And so I was freaking out. I'm like, I don't even know if I should post this picture.
No,
because it looks like Shane's kissing some random chick.
Yeah.
It didn't
He
even
met
look
a blonde
like
in
me.
Vegas.
It didn't look like me at all.
Miguel
So
says
it was-
thanks. Rob Krebs joined. Lorenzo joined.
Hey, Lorenzo.
Jose Reynoso just shared your video.
Oh.
Let them know.
Your
you
cousin?
appreciate
I think a cousin of ours.
Yes, a California cousin.
Yeah.
Dora and
So we made a comment about California, and it's all going to California. It's funny. Hey, Bonnie, how are you? We need to get together. We've been saying that forever. I have all these girlfriends who I'm like, yeah, let's get together. Let's plan a date night. And then like life and becoming a
That's
being a
probably
parent
part of
and-
what we're going to talk about, huh?
That's exactly what we're going to
We
talk
always
about
try to
today.
make plans to do things, and
Then the
sometimes
kids
just
mess it
doesn't work.
up.
Or we feel guilty because we
Oh,
want to
that
do things with them. It happens.
Yeah, so it's tough being a mom. So currently our kids, or my kids, are outside playing in the backyard. If they come by here, I'm sure they probably will. I mean, you'll see how tough it is to try to do something, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Bonnie says hi. Yes, we need to. It's been seriously like a year of trying to say that we're gonna get together. She has a toddler. I have a toddler.
Oh,
That's right there is the problem.
We need you. We need more mommies with toddlers.
Ladies, where are your drinks? You not comments about that?
You know what?
No water.
Do you want to?
Sure, I'll take
glass of
whatever.
wine. So today it's water for me because we went to Vegas and I'm completely dehydrated still.
Yeah, you need to recuperate.
I'm still recuperating.
Was it hot over there?
Yeah, it was like
it is here?
No, it was actually nicer than here.
Oh.
It was 90s.
Yeah.
But
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
she wants a wine.
You want wine?
Oh no, this is fine. You can
You
remember.
sure?
You stay right
Let's-
there. You're good.
let's,
Sorry, I didn't offer you
sure.
anything. She's my sister, so I was just like, you know.
You don't want
I'm not-
wine? I'm zooming in to see if you
No,
want.
it's okay.
No, okay.
I'm okay.
Since she's my sister, I'm not a great hostess to her. I'm like,
Yes, you are.
if you want something, go get it yourself.
We're good. I'll have one when I get home.
I tell my girlfriends, oh, Ava's here. Do you want to come do your ready? Because it's in 56
Okay.
seconds.
It
We're
wasn't
going
on
live.
before.
It wasn't on before. Ava's gonna recreate the
Your
going
grandma's
live.
watching. You want to say hi to your grandma real quick before you do the
Oh
thing?
yeah,
You
go
lean
say
in here and
hi.
Say hi, Grandma. No.
Hi, Grandma. No.
Hold on.
Hold on,
You're
you're
not
too
in the shot.
far.
Come here,
You're gonna sit in the
right
middle,
here.
baby. Oh, disregard this pajama. It's her favorite, and she hasn't wanted to get rid of it. But this is since I've known her, she's had this, and so it's been
her
since
favorite.
we were 3 years old.
It's
And
broken in.
every time I threaten to get rid of it, she like ends up, wanting to keep it. So
Say
other
hi.
than that, I can't believe it still fits. That's kind of amazing.
Hi, Grandma. Hello.
Send her a
All right, okay. You got
Alright.
10 seconds, and then you want to do the your intro.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, now you can do it. Beep 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 beep.
Take one.
All right.
All right, now we can start the show. It's official.
So quick update. Manuel joined and
Manuel.
Christina joined.
Hey, Christina. Okay, let me turn this Wi-Fi off, and hopefully it doesn't lag for you guys because that would be really bad. Right, that goes that. So, like I was saying, today we're going to talk about being a mom and finding that balance that we all crave of like work life and, finding time for our relationships. And it's kind of an interesting dynamic that we have, me and Emily, because we've gone through every stage of being either a stay-at-home mom, work-at-home mom, work outside the home mom, and and we've been doing this mom gig for 20 years. Both of us. Like she has a almost 20-year-old. Alex, my oldest son, is just turned 20 on last Monday, and so we kind of know what we're doing, kind of, sort of. Your face.
We have done things that have not worked, so we know that we're not going to do them again.
Yeah.
And we have tried new things that worked a lot better.
And
So-
if you're just joining us, I don't know if I've mentioned it again. Emily's my sister,
Hi.
and so this is an interesting day, and this is why I wanted to do this topic because Emily has big news. It was a big day for her today. Do you
I'm
want to go
not
ahead?
pregnant or anything.
That's like whatever. Every time you say you have big news, that's what
No.
everybody assumes.
That's what everyone thinks.
But today was a big day for Emily because she actually went back to work today after years of staying home with little kids, and it was her first day of work. So tell us, how did it go?
Well, it went really well. I thought that I was going to be really sad about it. I thought that it was going to be really hard, and I was a little sad, especially with my littlest one because she's only 2. So
Yeah,
I
give
thought-
the background. So
Okay, so my babies are 4 and 2. My oldest is 20, and I have a stepson that's 13. So I decided that I wanted to go back to work to kind of help the family and to, contribute. I felt that the most important thing was for me to be there while they were really little. And they got to this point where I thought that they needed to make new friends and socialize, and I just thought that it would be better for them, for their growth, to kind of get out there and meet new kids. And it was a perfect time for me to focus on me again. So I felt ready, so I went for it. And I liked it. It was
Yay!
cool. I survived. I thought it was going to be really hard this morning, but I was really excited about it. It's finally something that I could do for myself and, just time away. And it almost felt like I don't want to say vacation, but, like some quiet time.
Honestly, sometimes
It was good.
it's easier to be like work outside the house and get that quiet time because there's days where you can go days without having any sort of quiet time. And Shane's giving me that look because he knows what I'm talking about. We both work from home. The background story of me and Shane, in case anybody doesn't know that, is that Shane works, at a company, but he works from home. So he's here. He has a home office, and he kind of does this thing during the day. So a couple of years ago, when me and Shane got married, I had this full-blown, career working outside the home, and it was kind of a stressful job. And we had just gotten married. We got married in March, and after just getting married, Shane was here all day, and he was kind of doing taking kids to school and picking kids up and doing that whole routine, being home with the kids until I got home. And then the commute that I was doing was killer. It was down in Phoenix. So Shane looked at me one day and he's like, I feel like I'm a single dad of all of our kids. And we had a blended family, a newly blended family. And that was really kind of devastating to me. It was like, wow, well.
He had all the load.
Yeah, he was taking the whole load by himself. And I thought, well, how awful. We just got married and this isn't kind of the life that we wanted to have together. So I put in my notice and I said, I'm just going to take some time off and figure things out. Ava was struggling a little bit and I thought, well, how perfect, to stay home and take care of business with the kids and kind of just contribute in that aspect of the house. And I think sometimes you need that, different stages, I guess.
You have to do what's right for you at the stage in life that you're in. Everybody, when things change, you kind of got to reevaluate and see where you're at and make a change if you need it and not feel bad about it. I think that's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
You always feel guilty about it,
Yeah.
And you got to not feel guilty about it because you got to do what's right for the family. So for you guys, that was right at that time.
But it was crazy different because I had this career that I had been working on for, since I was a teenager. I had been, going to school and working to be this, big time advertiser and making my rounds at working at advertising agencies. And I had these big plans to maybe even go to New York City one day.
I remember that.
And one day it's just kind of just changed my mind, and I thought I want to just not do that anymore.
Right.
I just want to say hi to the girls that just joined. Stephanie, I know you totally feel me because you're, I know you have a little one at home and it's hard to juggle that mom work balance thing. Clarissa, hey girl, what's up? Patty Blaze.
Oh, hi, Patty.
Hi, Patty. We miss you, Patty.
Patty remembers.
Ashley's on the YouTube channel.
Hey,
hi,
Ashley. We were
Ashley.
just talking about your engagement, I think, before you.
Yes,
joined.
congratulations. My son is so happy for you.
Caesar's super happy
He
and
was so happy
excited.
when he heard about it. So, Patty knows. I think when I first started working with Patty, I think Caesar was really little, and I was really tormented because I felt guilty that I was leaving him to be at work. But she helped me, realize that I was doing what was right for him,
Yeah.
Sending him to school, which was really hard, but it was for his future. So.
Yeah. Maria just joined. Hey, Maria, how are you?
Hi.
You guys need to comment and let us know what you guys do, as far as the situation for you. What works for you? Is it staying at home? Is it working from home? Is it going outside to work? I was telling Emily this earlier, but, when my oldest was little and when Joshie was even born, even though I wanted to be there as much as possible for the kids, I just didn't have that passion to be a stay-at-home mom. And that thought didn't even cross my mind. I was in a different kind of mindset where I was I want to grow, I want to have a career, I want to make money. And that's how I felt good about raising a family. And I think as the years went by, that's kind of evolved. And I don't know if it's because I'm getting older and more sentimental. And maybe now I'm
maybe because I wanted to do it when I got older too. That's when I felt like I had never done it before. The first time when I had Caesar, I went back to work when he was 5 weeks old. So I always felt really guilty about that because he was so little. So I
stayed home with
once.
Caesar at the very beginning because I had just had Alex, and Emily's like, well, why don't you take care of the kids and I'll go back to work? And I was like, yeah. And we did that for not very long.
No.
I think it was a little bit, but maybe less than a year. And I was like, you know what? I feel like I need to do more with my life. I need to have a career. I want to go back to school. I want to do all these things.
That helped you figure it out.
Yeah. And
Maybe that's how it happened.
Having kids at home is tough. It's such a job. it's, you know, a ton. I was even telling Shane today, I don't really think I got much done. So if, by the way, my wardrobe today tells you what kind of day it was. So today, I'm a work-at-home mom now. Now I have a business, the marketing business. It's pretty great. And then I do the photography on the side. It's kind of my side business. And then I help Shane with his videography projects as a side hustle. And then we have this YouTube thing as a side hustle. So we have like a lot of little side hustles going on. So basically I'm working all the time, but
Constantly
busy. But the cool thing is I have Jude here. Well, today didn't really work out much, you know, like work as it usually is. Jude was unusually fussy today, and probably because we had been gone to Vegas all, you know, weekend long, and so Jude just wanted my attention and was kind of being crazy. And so I was like, this morning I'm gonna go to yoga and get my day started right, and yoga never happened. So hence the still yoga. I'm in my
do what you gotta do.
I'm in my activewear.
You get to it. Yeah.
So
We
Bonnie says, I stayed at home when my boys were little. They're now 15 and 10. My daughter is 2, and I would never be able to stay home with her. Her little girl's pretty crazy. I kind of feel you, Bonnie, because it's hard. Like for Ava, for summer camp, I'm already like, okay, what's our summer camp options? Because I don't know if I could really handle Jude and Ava together all summer long.
It's difficult to have kids at home. I think I worked way harder when I was a stay-at-home mom than I have worked at my jobs. And I haven't really done this job yet, to tell you, but every job that I've had, I think it was a lot harder to stay at home. It was a lot more rewarding, but it was harder, definitely.
So there's people here who are not moms. Do you guys want to, two things, do you want to like tell everybody, again, because a lot of people just joined, tell everybody what you're talking about?
Yeah, so basically if you're just joining in, we're talking about finding that balance between being a mom, working, maybe you're a stay-at-home mom and you still need to juggle like relationships and all that stuff, and basically how do we all make it work. And I want to hear from you guys. How do you guys make it work? I think we have some comments. Gladisa says, I have to work, but even if I had the choice, I would still work. I wish I had more time for school. I can do it. I just need time. I just need to make myself. That's exactly how I was when I was your age, Gladisa. Gladisa's just slightly older than Alex. Isn't that crazy?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was trying to hook her up, but she didn't. So that's really weird and
She the girl that had a
awkward.
boyfriend? When you tried to hook him up?
No, that's somebody else.
Somebody else. Yikes.
Shane says that there's men watching too.
You can't
Shame
just talk
on
about moms.
Well, you know what? Shout outs to the dads, because if I didn't have my Ray, I wouldn't be able to do any of the things that I'm doing. He's
That's
the
true.
reason that I could go back to work, because the girls are with him right now, and he takes such good care of them, and you know, he's such a support. So we couldn't do it without them. So.
Yeah. Stephanie says, having a spouse who is your equal is key. I couldn't do my job and be a good mom without my husband. Plus, my husband is both mom and dad because of my career. I have more balance since coming to the city of Chandler. Yeah, she was working PR, city of Chandler. Which, yay, shout out to Chandler.
Yeah, Chandler, we love it.
We love Chandler.
I'm working in downtown Chandler, and I love it. It's fun.
Martha just joined. Hey, Martha, Linda, and Veronica. Hey, girls, how are you?
Hi.
And King from Belize. Hey, how are you?
Wow, all the way
not a
from
mom.
Belize.
King is not a
okay.
mom, but that's okay.
Hi.
When
Thank
you
you
were talking
for
about how guys find work-life balance too.
Guys, I don't know, because you're the guy. You need
It's
to-
hard. You have to come, you have to not only work, but then you have to spend time with the family and find time for yourself. I mean, it's the same thing.
Well, definitely. We have like this weird dynamic since we're both here at home that we get to like, switch off and on with Jude to both make it work during the day that a lot of people, don't get. And it's
That's true. I have that too, and it would be so much harder if we didn't. So we appreciate you guys.
Yeah, I totally appreciate it. Having a partner that's an equal is so
It does everything
important
that
to keep you sane. I think when someone is taking more of the load, that's what makes you start like going a little crazy and resenting being at home if you're a stay-at-home mom and all that stuff. So it's sometimes kind of, you have to get a little bit more of that equalness to make it work, right?
So
That's
Sean
true.
has a comment. Sean said he used to just work and work and work, and now he's working and taking time for himself and enjoying life instead of just working. So I think a lot of people have this on their mind.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
that finding that work-life balance. So I think that's really really hard for a lot of people, because sometimes you just get in the routine, like I'm gonna go to work and I'm just gonna go to work, and you know, you forget like what's the point. The point of working is so that you can have a great life, you know, and so
you want to be healthy enough to enjoy it, because if you overwork, you'll get sick, and then
you can't enjoy it. Yeah.
So the new office that I'm in, we have a therapy dog that's part of our office. We have a couple actually, and they're big on, you know, having everybody be really close and talk about everything that's going on. So I think it's important, if you are going to work, to look for a place that has, you know, good culture, that value the work-life balance.
Yeah, definitely,
If
definitely.
you can. Mm-hmm.
So, it says constantly, Shane's giving me a message and I can't read it.
If we look up, it's because Shane's trying to tell us
Shane's
something.
trying to tell me something. I can't see.
All of a sudden, we're like
I
deer
know.
in headlights.
It's gonna be-
What, Shane?
What is she trying to do? He's like making signals behind us. Just kidding. But yeah, if you're just joining us, we're basically talking about finding that work-life balance, being a mom, and difficulties of finding that balance when you're, you know, different type of moms. So some of us are work-at-home moms. Some of us are work outside the home moms.
Some of us are dads,
Some of us are dads, not
or
me.
just men.
Just men.
But let us know what works for you. How do you
Yes.
guys find that work-life balance?
I'm very interested in seeing what people have to say.
Yeah, Vanessa, she just joined us. Vanessa, I want to know how you find that balance. She's one of my like power moms, I call them, group. One of those girls that just are go-getters. And that, I think having that personality, it makes it so much harder to find that work-life perfect balance, because like I'm so driven that sometimes I forget what's important to me, and what's important to me is my family and
Right.
being there and my kids. And sometimes I get kind of sidetracked, and you know, thank God for Shane who brings it back to reality, and it's like, hey, let's regroup.
Right.
Let's figure out what's important and how to, you know.
So it's Vanessa Juarez, right? Or Vanessa's
so Sweta,
okay,
yeah.
I was gonna say if
So
she
Sweta.
joins us, I'd like to see how it's going for her, because she's
Oh, yeah,
staying at
Vanessa.
home. She's made that change.
Ilani
So,
just
which is
joined. Hey,
shame.
Ilani, tell us how
Hi.
you balance your work life stuff and being a mom, because I know you do the hustle too, you know,
Mhm.
out there working, having kids, all of that stuff. So Vanessa says no such thing as balance. It doesn't exist. LOL.
You
Girl,
can
you need
keep
to find it.
Don't give up. It gets better.
Yeah. Hey, Lindsay, if you're joining just right now. Hi, Lindsay. Hi, Angela. Want to hear from you guys. How do you guys find that work-life balance? What are some tips to help us succeed? Shane is making some comments over here. He's
Again, our weird faces to
like,
Shane.
Shane.
You have to include the men. There's men watching.
Okay,
It's
well,
not
Sorry,
saying
men.
mom.
Oh, the
Give us-
men already like tapped out. They're like, yeah,
Aw,
this is
come
too
on.
too momish for us.
Well, you can share how you feel about it. Maybe you can give us some of your.
Yeah, I don't
views.
have insight on men, how they deal
Let's
with
ask them.
the work life.
Okay.
If there's men out there, please
Are there
tell
any
me.
men?
Or girls that are sitting next to men even. How do they find it?
Yeah, how does your spouse find that work-life balance and being a good, feel like they're still being a good parent? There's so much stuff going on, especially nowadays with kids and activities, and that's how I feel like you get some of your worth. Like if you have your kids in a million activities, all of a sudden you're considered a better parent. I hate that. I hate
Did
that.
you see my face? I was like, really? That makes you a better parent?
I feel like you're kind of judged.
That's sad.
You don't think so?
I agree with you. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think it's terrible.
Yeah.
Well,
Bonnie
see, what are they
says,
saying?
Josh just joined. Hey, Joshy.
Hi, Joshy.
Aren't you supposed to be babysitting, Joshy? Alcira just joined. Hey, Alcira, how are you? Bonnie says, I have an amazing husband that understands how important time for both myself and as an individual and as a couple is. So yeah, let's talk about that. So in addition to having to balance, time for ourselves, time for our kids, what about time for our spouses too? It's like so hard to fit all of these things in a normal work day when you have to work too. So that's difficult. How do you guys do it?
Well, you just make sure that they know that they're still needed and wanted, and don't forget about them. Like right now, when I came here, Ray was helping me, And he's like, well, what do you need? What do you need me to get you before you come back? I said, I need time with you. I just need to hang out with you and just talk to you, have a glass of wine. He got really happy. He's like,
All
okay, good.
sentimental.
Well, no, it's just, he thought I was going to say, give me a sandwich, give the girls a bath, do something. But no, I just wanted time with him. So just, you got to let them know that they're still important to you and carve out the time. You got to make the time, even if you're tired.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Bonnie says when she was a single parent, she would always take the time when the kids went to bed as her golden me time.
That's
and
right.
That's a huge thing that we've done. Shane kind of introduced me to that because I didn't do that before. I used to let the boys just kind of stay up, and we used to sleep in too, so it was no big deal. But when I met Shane had Ava like on the schedule of let's go to sleep at a certain time, and then he would kind of enjoy the rest of the evening. And so when we had Jude, Shane's like, oh, we gotta get him to sleep. Like, sleep time is really important because that's going to be our connection time or our me time.
Right.
And so we got these kids kind of trained. Jude goes down, sometimes as early as like 7 o'clock. Depending on the day. And so Ava goes down at 8, and then after that we're kind of like Josh even knows, like kind of duty free. Like, you guys if you're gonna stay up for a little bit doing homework, then you gotta keep to yourself, and I'm kind of off duty. So
yeah, you gotta give the time to your spouse and carve out that time to spend together.
yeah. Christina says, good stuff. I feel like every day is a challenge. Still looking for a balance as a work at home mom. My daughter is literally screaming at me at the top of her lungs. She's so sleepy and cranky. I feel Jude was the same way today. I don't know what's going on.
Mine's mad at me because I went back to work. She's a little difficult today. She was acting really weird yesterday, and it's funny because we've been talking about it, but I think she's too little to understand. I don't know if she heard anything or if she just senses it.
Yeah.
That's what I was telling my sister, that how when babies know that you're pregnant before you're pregnant, they start acting weird and clingy.
Yeah.
I felt like she knew something big was going to happen, and she was acting so strange. But she's a little angry at me, so we'll see.
Sad. So if you guys missed it, Emily went back to work for the first time in how many years?
Almost 5. My
Wow.
Sophia's 4.5, and I stopped working right before I had her.
So she went back to work for the first time. Today was her very first day. She left the kids, and remind everybody that how good you feel about doing that.
I feel okay about it. It was time for me to do something for myself, to give myself some time to kind of work on my personal goals and my career and figure out what I want to do. I'm kind of at a point where I don't know for sure what way I want to go with my career. I really want to do something meaningful. I want to, work for a company that I feel has a really deep, meaningful purpose. And I'm working for a home health and hospice facility right now, and I really like it. I think the people that are there are really great, so I feel really good about my choice. And shout out to Lupe, because she invited me the other day to a breakfast. It was the moms, the
Valle
of the year.
Sol, Mom of the Year breakfast. And I usually go to, and it didn't happen for me this year.
And I had been looking a little bit before that, but I hadn't accepted anything yet, and they contacted me after that breakfast. And during that breakfast, there was a lot of moms that were really good examples of being able to keep that work-life balance, and they made it seem so awesome, to have the career and have their kids look up to them, and it just really made me feel like, hey, I could still be a good mom and do this. And not that I thought that you couldn't, but like I thought I was being such a great mom for staying at home. I thought, I could be a really great mom and go to work. Like, you can do it all. You could do both, and it was the right time for me to make that change. So that's why I did.
So in case if anybody doesn't know kind of my story, I was kind of saying earlier that I quit my job, wanted to be here with the kids more often. I had just gotten married. I needed a break, all that stuff. And I was off for just a few months, and then I started getting stir crazy. And I'm like, I don't know if I feel like the need of wanting a little bit more. And even with
a creative outlet, probably.
Yeah, a creative outlet. But then also I still have this weird thing where I'm like, oh, but I really wanted a baby. I really want family. And I still struggle with that every day. I'm like, I want a family so much. Then it's like 10 minutes later, I'm like, oh, I want to go get some work done because they're driving me nuts. And so I feel like we're constantly, you know,
Yeah.
I have that struggle internally all day long.
It's
And I'm
hard,
like,
yeah.
let's cuddle, Jude. And then like a few minutes later, I'm like, but let me go check email because that's just as important to me as being a mom. And so it's kind of a 50-50 split for me. I really want to spend as much time with the kids, but I also really want to focus on things that make me feel successful. And that thing is, you know, growing this business, having these side hustles that I do, or, you know, also it's important to me to be a good wife, feel like I'm being a good wife and a good partner to Shane. And so it's like
It's important to your
constantly
kids to see you
struggling.
be happy. So I think that that's the best thing that you could do for them is to show them that you're happy. Because if you
that's
really need
true.
to be happy, you need to have that, you know, to do both things, and that'll kind of inspire them if that's what they want to do too.
That's a
Especially
good
my
point.
girls. That made me feel different with my girls. My son was great, and you know he seems like he knows where he's going and where he's headed. I don't have to worry about him. But my girls, I want them to feel like if they want to work, they can. If they want to have, you know, a career, that they can do it. And if they want to stay at home, they can. I want them to see both sides and know that they're both as important. you know?
Yeah.
They just
Yeah.
have to make the decision for themselves, like what works for them. But I don't want them to think that they have to do what I did.
Yeah, exactly. And I
You know?
think there's no, you know, right answer for anybody. I think it kind of just depends on what you're feeling. And so,
And what you're faced with, you know. I didn't have a choice before. I had to work. So,
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes you have to work, and even though you don't want to. you
Ray
have
just
to.
joined, just
Hi,
FYI.
Ray.
He missed all the nice things you said
We
about
can stop
Aw.
talking bad about Ray. Just kidding.
I say lots of
Ray.
lovely things about my lovely husband.
Aww.
You said some things along the way that were like kind of your ways to deal with it or to manage it. Do you have any do you have like a list of steps that you think people should do?
I think the tips, you know, I guess making it a point every morning to you know, figure out that my to-do list, what I'm going to do to feel successful at the end of the day. I kind of do that, and you know, it could be even something as stupid as today really wanted to get all my bedding washed, and that for some reason brought some type of successful feeling to my life. I don't even know why, but it, you know, it does.
We try to do lists too. Do you guys do lists of stuff? You used to have like a little
I have a
bulletin board,
whiteboard,
right? I
Yeah,
know
the
Shane
whiteboard
did lists.
right now we're using it for like huge goals.
Okay.
But yeah, sometimes, you know, just even a mental list of things one thing that would help me feel successful today and have that. And, you know, it could be like a domestic task, or sometimes it's a work task, or sometimes, you know, it's, you know, what can I do for my husband today to make him feel great? So I think that's something that I do. It's like a little tip
That's
helps
a good.
me.
That's a good thing because I feel like our lists help us. Ray and I, we have a list next to the fridge of things that we want to accomplish, and we feel like if we don't write them down, we won't. You know, we always have them in our head. They're always swimming around, but if we don't look at them every day, like it's hard to keep in mind what we need to get done. So we try to cross off one like a week or whatever, and that always helps.
Shane's a list writer too, and
Yeah.
that kind of drives me nuts because I have it in my head.
It's an ADD thing though,
It is.
not Shane. Because I feel like I have to write stuff down, and I
Yeah.
tell Ray that all the time. Because he'll give me a list of things we got to get done, like just rattle off the list.
Well, if you put it in your
I gotta
head,
write
you can
it
only
down.
remember so many things and you'll forget.
I
And
listen and I hear it, but it doesn't stay in there. So I need to write it down. So that definitely helps us a lot. We do that a lot.
So Raquel just joined.
Hi, Raquel.
Hey Raquel, give us your tips for work balance.
Work-life balance.
Today, work-life balance. How do you manage it? How do you make time for yourself?
And Raquel probably has some good tips because she works in staffing, and I worked with staffing with her, and I used to get so burnt out. It was really hard.
Yeah,
I was like a zombie.
Talk to me about times that you've gotten burnt out, because I was just telling a friend this. I can't even remember who I was telling. There's been so many times where I've just gotten burnt out, where I've had to just quit. And we tell our kids never quit a job unless you have another one lined up. But there's been times in my life where I just I quit because this is affecting my health and my relationships, and I can't do it anymore. And that was the best decision I ever made.
Yeah.
So you never want to get to that point where it just burns you out completely, because that's, you know.
Nope.
No,
No, you have to have.
That's, I think, what we need to work on is like trying to find that work-life balance, and before it gets to the burnt out stage, and always constantly looking for that work-life balance, rather than just letting it go. Don't
Yeah.
ever let it go.
No. Your health is more important.
Raquel says staffing is exhausting.
Yes. Oh my gosh, it was so horrible. They would call us at the end of at 5 o'clock, they needed 50 people for the next day. And so it was always emergency.
Yeah,
I
if you
liked
work
it.
that kind of environment, then what do you have to offer your kids at the end of the day when you go home? That's what's
Money. That's all.
difficult. Is that
that wasn't.
I've been at those kind of jobs where you're like giving your job all of your effort, and then at the end of the day you come home and you have nothing left to give a spouse and to give kids, and it's kind of unfair to them. So I think it's important to, I know a lot of people don't have the luxury of finding that right job and stuff, and I think that's why education is so important. But yeah, it's tough. It's tough being in that situation, and I really hope that if you are in that situation, you might just try to figure something else out, because it's never worth, a job will never be worth your health, your relationships, and finding that good time to be with your kids and where you're not completely emotionally drained. So
yeah, let's see if they have any tips.
Raquel says, I have to make myself take lots of downtime. That way I have mental room.
Yeah, definitely. Oh
That's
my
how
gosh.
I am too. Like, we have to schedule, okay, today I was kind of like that. I'm like, I'm going to just, instead of me working, usually during nap time, I go crazy on work and I'm like super productive. And today, I don't know, I wasn't feeling it. One of my clients wasn't answering my call, so I was like, well, I guess I'm just going to take some time for me. And I did absolutely nothing. Like, I just kind of meditated. I kind of just sat there, and I actually surfed Facebook quite a bit. But I was telling Shane, wow, that made me feel so much better about just life in general and where I'm going, my next, where I'm going in life, and I don't know, it made such a huge difference for me.
Yeah, you got to take the time to kind of regroup.
Yeah, so what do you do on your downtime? How do you take me time? I want to hear from you guys too. What do you do to get that me time?
Well, I mean, I'm
refresh?
working on it's a work in progress, okay? I was trying to get back to my, I really like music, like my son. I hope that he got it from me. I think that he got it from me. I used to play the violin.
Plays the violin, and they're super musically inclined. Like, Emily could pick up an instrument and just oh, okay, I could play something.
And see, that makes me kind of sad that she says that, because I haven't given myself the time to work on that, and that's like a big part of my life. That I
Also, is this another ADD thing? Because I swear to God, because Caesar does this, Shane does this. You guys just are all musically inclined, and it's kind of weird. It freaks me out a little bit.
I think that it is. I've always loved music. That's always something that's been really important in my life. So I'm trying to get back to it. So what I usually do is just listen to music. I kind of zone out and just listen to my favorite songs, whether I be cleaning or whatever. But what I'm trying to do instead of just doing that is go back and play the violin. And my husband got me a violin for Christmas, so that I could go back and play. And crazy enough, it's now that I have this new job, I'm trying to kind of put my life in order so that I can give myself the time to work on that. It seems like it probably wouldn't work because now I have more stuff to do, but I think I'm trying to really focus on giving everything the time that it needs. So I'm going to try to start playing it.
Well,
So
honestly, being at work probably takes less mental capacity than being at home with kids. Being at home with kids is completely mentally draining.
It was harder.
For me,
If
I
I'm
don't
being
know.
honest, it was harder.
How do you guys feel? I feel like it completely drains me when I'm talking baby talk all day to Jude. It is exhausting.
I love it. Don't get me wrong, and I think the same for my sister. Don't get us wrong. I loved it more than anything that I did, but it was really hard for me. It took a lot of energy, and it still does. But I guess that's why it's so rewarding.
And Emily has girls, and those girls don't stop talking. So I don't.
Yeah.
They never stop talking. So I would imagine it would be really hard to be focusing on what things that you want to do in life when you constantly have a chatter going on.
And then our older kids too, they still need us, so we have to be there for them,
Yeah.
So
Yesenia says, my me time is usually going out for a jog, canyon trail walks, or outdoor run. That's good.
I need to do that.
Honestly, being active really helps. Hence my active wear. I try to be. The problem is kids, man. I can't
Well, Yesenia makes time for it. She has kids too, right?
I know.
How many kids does Yesenia have?
3.
See, you got to tell us how you make the time. You
Yeah.
go early in the morning. Do you go at night?
Well, she
What
says
does
we
she do?
both work full time. We shuttle one to high school and baby to grandma's. We
Mhm.
both do equal to make it work for us.
See, so that's kind of having a good supportive spouse.
Yeah, you have to have good support.
Hmm. Or family, or good friend. Because before I met Ray, of course, my sister was.
Yeah.
We always used to joke that she would,
We were each other's spouse
husband. Yeah.
because
Who
we
needs
were,
a husband
we were
when we
good
got each
spouses to each other.
Sorry, Shane.
we were pretty
did
much
used to say
single
that.
at the same time and stuff. So
Now,
we
who needs a
we
husband?
cared a lot for each other's kids, and then we lived together for a while, and that was crazy times.
Yep.
But Yesenia says I could only go when baby's asleep. Raquel says her me time's Netflix.
You know what? Yeah, everybody's got. My husband loves Netflix. He loves zoning out, watching shows. That's what he likes to do to relax. So you got to find what works for you.
Yeah, I think my me time. I don't really watch TV, so I wouldn't really say Netflix. But I think just spending time with Shane. I think anytime we have like a little bit of me time, we kind of try to use it together. But we're newlyweds, so I don't know if this is like the regular kind
Can't
of
say
thing.
that anymore.
We're kind of newlyweds. I still feel like the first 5 years, you kind of just want to spend all your time
You guys
together.
like each other. The
We
keys
really like
find
each other.
someone you
We
like.
definitely still like each other, but we're not. I don't think you're newlyweds after the first year.
Okay. Well, I
Well,
still really like him, like a newlywed, and
I'm married
all
couple.
of my me time, I want to I want to go do something with Shane or my me time too. Sometimes if Jude cooperates, today he was not cooperating, but we go to the gym, which hasn't been very often. But we were for a while. We were going to the gym a lot, and then I was going to yoga, and
No more yoga.
well, I fell off the wagon, and it's really hard to go back. Once you stop going, it's harder.
Did they say
go
it
back.
takes 7 days to start a new habit, or
How long? It's more than
that.
7.
Is
I was
it?
going for how many, a year straight, and then we just fell off the wagon when we went to Belize.
a year?
Oh, it was before Belize.
Before Belize. Where did we go before Belize? Somewhere, and then I just fell off the wagon.
And what it was is buying the camera and trying to do this stuff. It was like,
Yeah, so we have less time because we're now doing the vlog and we're doing this and we have all these goals. There's just not enough time in the day, but I really want to make an effort because I do think the activity and the exercise.
Yeah, it's really good for you.
Yeah.
I hiked the mountain today. That was good. That was
Oh,
good.
good.
Shane found work-life balance by climbing a mountain today,
Okay.
and that was really cool. That was really
Yeah.
cool. He got to go with our number one fan. We always call him number one.
Oh yeah, can we tell the story about that? Or
Yeah,
is
so
this
we have
segue
a-
to something else?
We have someone. I don't know if he's
That's
on.
a huge
is
thing.
Sean on right now?
Sean was watching. I think
Hi,
he was driving.
Sean.
I think he was watching and driving, which is a
Uh-oh.
little scary. Don't crash. So Sean came down.
Tell
he-
everyone who Sean is.
Sean is just a fan, and he made a Facebook or not a Facebook, an Instagram fan page, and it just gives us some great advice about the videos, and has always kind of been a supporter, and love that. It's always great
That's
when
nice.
we're trying to do something that's we're passionate about, having someone that supports that goal.
And he
we
lives
can
in
see it.
Iowa, right?
Yeah, he lives in Iowa, and he
Wow.
was doing a little road trip, so he stopped in Phoenix. And
He came all the way from Iowa.
yeah, I don't think he
Wow.
came to see us, but I think he was just in town.
Still
And
to
so-
stop and say hi to you, that's huge.
So Shane and Sean went to go climb a mountain today, and
That is
I think they
really
got some. Did you guys get some footage for the vlog?
Yeah.
Will
yeah.
he get to be featured?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Flew the drone on the top of Squaw Peak.
You did?
Oh, how
He brought
fun.
his drone. He has the same drone.
Oh,
So,
no
way.
so we're gonna
way!
share footage, and he brought it to the top of the mountain and flew
That's
from the top of
cool.
the mountain.
How fun!
That will be really fun. And it's good for him to be able to be a part of it since he's such a great fan.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
cool.
So that's cool. Cool.
And we should give a shout out to Ryder, who's Bonnie's son, who's watching. Yeah.
Hi, Ryder. Hey, on the YouTube page.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, final thoughts, because I know that we're going, getting close to that time. Is it?
45 minutes so far.
Oh. Time goes by so quick when you're talking. You got stuff to say.
no. Final thoughts for me or for
Yeah, so basically anything else that you do that would help anybody trying to find that work-life mom balance.
Well, I mean, tips, I can't think of anything, but what came to my mind is if you get an opportunity to try either side, try it so that you can feel like you at least did it, because what I really liked is that I stayed at home once and then I also went back to work, so
And you tried to
both
work at
sides.
home, Mom.
I tried, and yeah, and that's what I wanted to mention too, is that I tried to be work from home mom, and I liked that. That was cool. I did a little bit of everything so that I could see what works best for me, and to not feel like you're defeated if it doesn't work out the way that you had planned or the way that you kind of foresaw it. just go for it, try something different, and it'll work. You'll figure out what works for your family, and what works for your family may not work for the Hickeys. What works for my family. Every family is different. You just gotta keep trying until you hit that balance.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm kind of in the same boat. I've tried every single combination. So I was working outside the home mom, and then I now am a work at home mom. And I even tried a little while as a stay-at-home mom, which that was my least favorite, and it just wasn't for me. And I don't.
There's no right or wrong.
There's no right or wrong, and I hope one day that people aren't judging other moms because of the choice that they decided to make, because every family's different, everybody's situation's different, and I hate when I see that. Sometimes in the moms groups I sense that people think more highly of the certain types of moms, and I'm like, I don't really like to hear that, because I think every situation, every
we all
mom
love our kids, and we're all trying to do the best that we can for them.
And being a mom is tough, so we don't need all that pressure and judgment zones.
Right? No, that's true. Totally true.
Yeah, it's hard enough raising kids, and then you gotta keep up with the Joneses kind of in that regard. So it's tough.
So Shui and Nisha joined.
Hey,
hi.
Hey guys.
Do a little bit of episode in Spanish.
I know. Yeah.
Our Spanish isn't the greatest.
Yeah,
Maybe we should do an episode about that.
We're gonna do an episode from Guadalajara one day. That'll be something, huh? Maybe one day, you guys, we'll do this.
What about from Shane?
Raquel says, I love this. Great job, ladies. Talks like this are great. Keep it up.
Aw, thank you,
Yesenia
Rocky.
says, I've worked in the office and at home. I would like to be a stay-at-home mom soon, too. You gotta try it. And see if it's for you, Yesenia. Because I think, you can't, find out if it's right for you unless you try it and stuff. And then you might do it and then figure out, oh, no, like, I don't think it's for me.
Right.
But it could be the best thing that you've ever done. So my recommendation is to try it, see what works, give it a shot. Especially
and there are things you can do from home, like there are legitimate work from home things.
Yeah.
That if you really want to do it, there's stuff you can do.
Yeah, you find your passion too. I never in a million years thought I would have this photography kind of thing on the side.
It can come from a hobby.
And it's crazy, yeah, because I'm like, I would never have ever pictured just people paying me to do that. It's still kind of crazy. I still can't believe people pay me to do photography. I always feel like I just started. I don't know. But also my other businesses, never in a million years did I think I was even capable of having a marketing business or any of the things that we're doing. And it's, I guess just pursuing that passion and kind of having that drive. And I think that's what I tell Shane all the time, is that I feel like anybody's capable of doing it. I think a lot of people just have that crazy drive. And I think that's one of those things that I'm blessed to have, is that drive for
with
wanting
the confidence,
more.
Mm-hmm. So you just gotta go for it.
Yeah. So my tip is don't be scared and
don't be scared. Just go for it.
Just go.
That's what we're trying to tell our kids right now. They're at that stage,
Yeah, find your passion and go
for it.
Shane, do you have any final thoughts?
Work-life balance.
Work-life balance. Wrapping it up.
Play StarCraft. It helps. No, I'm
what? Shane has like the worst advice. Just kidding.
No, I think you gotta make sure. I think the one thing that you guys hit on that I totally agree with is spouse time. So make sure to dedicate time, because that's the most important relationship. And even if your work life is crazy, not your work and life, but even if your work is crazy, if you have that foundation to come back to, then it'll help, even if that's crazy for a minute. So
that's exactly.
If it gets out of balance, for me, like as long as I got you there to support me, and I feel like okay, it's a temporary thing, like I can get through it.
Yeah.
But if I'm not focusing at all on our relationship, then and work is overwhelming, then everything's overwhelming.
Right.
That's true.
Yeah.
Ava, any final thoughts? Come here. All right, Ava's final thought, and then we're gonna go sit right here, baby, in the middle. Again, don't judge this pajama. She's had it forever. She won't let me get rid of it. I tried. It's awful. I know it's ripped. She doesn't care. Okay, go ahead, baby. Give some final thoughts. Work-life balance. Do you have any thoughts about how to make work-life balance? Do you like that when you stay home and work from here?
Yeah.
You're looking at me so much. Look at the camera and tell
YouTube is watching. I mean, all of
Anything to say, anything at all, anything.
Take this out of YouTube's.
Yeah, you want to close out the show by saying something?
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
Sorry.
Say it to the camera though.
Go ahead. Yeah, I like when you say that. Go ahead.
Since when did you get shy? She's never shy, and then all of a
even
sudden
Sean today was saying like, oh, she's a
she's a
star.
star. Everybody
She's got
that
star
meets Ava
quality.
is like, she's a star. Like, oh my gosh, what are you gonna do? Okay, go ahead. Say your closing lines.
What do you want to say?
Hurry, because we're gonna shut it off.
Peace out, YouTubes.
All right.
All right, see you guys next week. Different
Bye.
topic. Monday night, 6 p.m. We'll be here.
Hold on. Before we close it, we need to get Josh.
Oh, Josh is busy with the baby. We gotta
What
close it out.
about tell them to go to the channel? That would be important.
Yeah, if you guys haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. It's youtube.com/c/splendidblended. You guys could subscribe because that subscription makes, counts for us because we're trying to meet some goals. So it would mean a lot to us. And a new vlog coming when?
When it's done.
So we used to do vlogs released on Wednesdays, and for some reason
Work-life balance.
work-life balance. Sometimes it just doesn't get
We
done.
had too many 2 a.m.
We had-
finishing sessions.
Yeah, lots of nights of all-nighters. So then we just decided that we're just going to release vlogs whenever they're done.
But I want to try to do a couple a week.
The goal is to try to get to the point where we could do a couple of week. But then we also struggle with, we don't even have that much interesting stuff to do or say. So Ava, stop walking in front of me. So yeah, that's pretty much our life. We're finding the balance. But definitely stay tuned to the YouTube channel because we will have a vlog pretty soon. And then we will be here next Monday, 6 p.m. with another live show, another great topic. I don't know what the topic is yet, but if you guys have any suggestions, let me know in the comments below.
Thanks.
Thank you, Emily, for
You're
coming.
welcome.
Yay.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching.